You're listening to Turi Writer's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. In this installment, as we record, on the left coast of this United States, California is threatening to tumble into the ocean or be washed away by it or something. And way up high in the mountains where Marcy Persky lives, there are natural disasters of an entirely different kind. Well, thank you for that information that there's been a massive earthquake somewhere in California so that I can record this podcast in a peaceful frame of mind. Thank you for that.
There's a tsunami warning from Oregon all the way down.
When was it?
Just a little bit ago, I guess.
Great. This is not good.
Yeah.
Not good
But,
at all.
That's a huge earthquake, and I've never been in one, but
Yeah.
I know 7's a big number.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, it really is. It's huge.
I hope your houses are okay.
Well, yeah. Me too. We just reinsured them, but they don't get earthquake coverage.
Ew.
The way that it works with earthquake coverage, the more you buy, the less you have.
Really?
Yeah. You're insured with a deductible for 10% of whatever you buy. So if you buy, just for fun, $500,000 worth of earthquake coverage, then you have a $50,000 deductible. But if you buy $1 million worth of earthquake coverage, then your deductible is, ta-da, $100,000.
That sucks.
It's very clever how they did that. I wish I were that smart.
I read an article, this really long article this morning, and I don't know why, but it's about alternative homeowners insurance. If you live in Florida, for example, or North Carolina, or anywhere that's been hit by, even California, anywhere that's been hit by natural disasters, regular insurance companies are like canceling people right and left.
We just went through that with insurance in Oakland. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now there are these companies that are popping up that are not regulated like a regular insurance company. And yeah, they're kind of sketchy.
Very
Like,
sketchy.
You could go start one, but if you take a bunch of money from a bunch of people and go bankrupt, they've lost. Yeah. So that's your alternative to insurance.
Anyone who has a mortgage, they require that you a lot of times have insurance. You can't.
Yeah, but I guess in certain states they are taking that.
Really? Huh?
Yeah. Louisiana is one of them off the top of my head, and I believe Florida.
This sounds like those people who fall in love with their inflatable or virtual girlfriends. I mean, everybody knows it's not real, but hey, if you feel like it's real, then that's what matters.
That's what we live in now.
Isn't that where the Speaker of the House is from? Isn't that where he's?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
God.
Yes.
All right. Well.
Okay, let's start with real stuff now.
Real stuff.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
I hear you have damage from the beloved new puppy.
Oh, man. Let me tell you. The storm of Awesomeness Ranch.
Yes.
Has just been a bad word storm for the last couple of days. Easiest way to explain this.
There's an easy way.
Puppy is now 4 months old and weighs 20 pounds. When we got him at 3 months old, he weighed 10 pounds.
28
He's
pounds?
doubled his weight.
Oh, 20 pounds.
Puppy is growing.
Okay.
Yes, he's 20 now.
Okay.
Puppy and baby weigh the same. So one of the first things I did was introduce Puppy to the goats. Introduced him to Kevin and the dude, and he was afraid of them because he was very little. So we've been working on this whole housebreaking thing, which is getting tedious because it's getting colder out. And I've been walking 3 miles a day trying to get him to do his little boy business. So the other day, which would have been the day before yesterday, I decided to let him out into the goat/dog yard, figuring they've been introduced. He's afraid of them. Nothing bad's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Well, he decided he wanted to play with the dude. and I guess the dude wasn't playing. So he grabbed the dude by the back leg and pulled
Oh.
and kind of scalped his leg.
Oh.
It was bad. It was bad. And he didn't attack him. I want to emphasize that because people on Facebook are so freaking stupid and jump to conclusions. But of course, I'm freaked out when this happens, right?
Of course.
So first thing I said, okay, let's go wash off his leg and see what's there. And then after I got done puking because I don't have any
Blood.
stomach for that
No
kind of
blood.
thing.
No, no. Marcy cannot tolerate blood at
No.
all. No.
There was blood, and he was literally like, it wasn't puncture marks. He was freaking scalped. I mean, he just like tore off a
Ah.
chunk.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Now both of our listeners are about to puke or faint. Either they could choose.
He could make a little dog sweater out of.
So was
And-
it
and
just
it
was it
happened.
just hair, goat hair that he ripped out, or the flesh went
Well,
with it?
he actually like ripped out a chunk of, yeah.
Yuck. I might be puking too at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we did like a instant exam
Uh-huh.
as far as I can do, not being a veterinarian
Right.
or even a person with lots of livestock. And I washed it off with soap and water. And then we started calling every freaking livestock vet in the area
Uh-huh.
to get someone to come out because I was worried. And he was just laying on the ground and not moving.
Ooh.
Well, we couldn't get a single vet out here. So I put up on Facebook, like an idiot, I said, we've had an accident with a goat and a dog. I need help. What should I do? And does anybody know a vet that'll come out here like today? Instead, I
Ah.
get flamed
Oh, here comes
by
the
all
advice.
these people who
You
know
should
everything.
not. You should never. I would never. You would never. Yeah.
Exactly. I would never put my dogs in with my goats. Well, I'm sorry, but my dogs have lived with my goats forever, and they get along, and they love each other. And no, I don't have a pit bull. No, I don't have a herding dog. No, I don't have a hunting dog.
Oh God.
And it just kept going. And I finally came up on one person who said, DM me with pictures and actually offered help.
Oh. Okay. So it was worth the flagellation that you received.
Kind of, sort of, because, well, she was very nice, but she already told me everything I'd already done.
Okay.
Eve is working for a veterinarian now,
Yes.
and the vet where she works does take care of livestock, but you have to get the livestock to them.
Right.
And our truck has a massive lift. Like, I have to get a running start to jump up onto the running board of this truck to even get in it. So there's no way we're picking up a 300-pound goat.
Really? He
And
weighs. Wait.
sticking
He
him in the
weighs
back.
300 pounds.
This is the little goat.
300. I don't think he weighs any 300 pounds.
I don't know. He weighs a lot.
Okay.
How's that?
A lot.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were stuck here with the goat, freaking out. So I decided I'm going to go talk to my vet. And here's, like, I mean, this is all in one day. So I get in our new car,
Uh-huh.
our new car,
Yes.
our grandparents' luxury car,
Okay.
and go around, like, you know how we have a big circle driveway.
Yes.
So I'd go around the circle to get out to the street and slam over a giant rock. And
Ooh.
all of a sudden, the rock, like, kind of ping pongs my car
Uh-oh.
into another rock on the other side of the driveway.
Oh dear.
And I'm like, I'm not even looking. I'm just going.
Uh-huh.
We came back. The kid gets out of the car and looks, and she says, Mom, I think you have a problem. There's a big chunk of my car missing. And it's not in my driveway. So it must have like flown off onto someone as we like sped down the highway.
Is it the
Yeah, so-
external part of the car missing, or like an underneath?
Yeah, it's a panel.
Oh dear.
It just looks like crap.
Would you like an it could be worse?
No.
Okay.
My goat has a big chunk of skin missing, and he's been laying down, but we've been taking really good care of him. We covered him with a sleeping bag last night, and I'm bringing him food, and he can walk on 3 legs.
Did he ever get to the vet?
No, we're home doing it. We're doing it
You don't
from.
feel like you're homeschooling your kids or learning how to do brain surgery on
I'm
YouTube?
homeschooling myself.
I learned.
I'm like washing it with puppy soap because it's really mild, and just keeping an eye on it, making sure that he gets molasses and grass. Molasses keeps them from going into shock.
Who knew?
I'm learning all this stuff. And I've had these goats for seems like ever, and nothing as bad has happened. But I just want to emphasize that so that all our 6 fans don't start flaming me.
Yeah.
This is not an attack dog. He was trying to play. And everybody's like, once a dog gets a taste of a goat, you can never leave him alone again. No,
dear.
he wasn't eating the goat.
Oh, God.
He's a baby.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, some of your babies remind me of Chucky in those horror movies.
Well, he's not. But now he's on a big old tie out in the front. He's not allowed back in the dog yard until he's again properly introduced. Plus, if I was the dude, I wouldn't want to look at this dog.
You know, I'm sort of thinking that there is a number of animals that you can reasonably sustain. I mean, in terms of not going out of your head. But you keep pushing that number. I mean, you just, it doesn't matter the fact that you had a dog that was elderly and 2 goats and an S-ton of cats and a rabbit and a, I don't know, random squirrel that comes through because it fell off a tree and your daughter thinks she can fix it. I just wonder sometimes.
We live on 5 acres.
Yeah.
We have a ranch.
That's
what
to
a
me.
ranch means, animals.
Every time you tell me this, it's because you've just gotten a new veterinary bill for $11,624. Every time. And I say to you the same thing every time. Maybe this is just sort of enough creatures. And then you tell me it's a ranch. And what I'm thinking is instead of a ranch, maybe you should have.
You're thinking we need horses, right?
No, I'm thinking what you really should have maybe done was live at Fort Knox because a ranch doesn't generate, or store gold bars last time. And if you had a ranch with a working gold mine on it, maybe that would be the ticket.
Ooh, that's a scathingly brilliant idea.
Well,
how do we find out?
Start to have the
Start digging.
Train the puppy to dig.
No. Yeah, thanks. My husband will hear that, and I'm sure you'll hear from him.
Yeah, let's talk about that husband thing. You have a spare room. That's room for another husband. I have several spare rooms. Does that mean I should fill every room and every bed with a spare husband?
No.
I guess I've just answered my own question. You're better off with the goats and the dogs and the cats. Thanks for listening to the Turi Writers She Said What podcast. Since you've made it to the end, you might want to know that my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air, is not only available in print, but now also in complete audiobook form, narrated by me and available on Audible.